Welcome back to West of Loathing, where we've moved. I have a little explaining to do. Okay, so I came back because in previous episodes we needed some more snake parts. So I went down to where is it? Snake Spring. Did a whole bunch of farming for honestly an unreasonable amount of time, to the point of getting I don't know, 600-ish various drops, and I think they drop about half the time, so I think I did about 1,200 snake kills. I was watching videos and doing other stuff while I was doing it. It was totally mindless. And then I realized I'm not getting that much XP out of this. Like, I was getting a decent chunk of XP. Like, I've farmed a bunch up, but it was only giving me 40 a fight. So that took a while and just didn't seem like it was the most effective, and I don't really need more than 200 of these drops. I know you're already probably looking at me going, you're already insane. Well, okay, but I was then looking up some other XP farm spots because I wanted to see how inefficient or efficient I was building, because I don't have like the greatest memory of everything we've done, every place we've been in. There's plenty of things that I've also just straight up missed, because this game is pretty expansive and kind of inefficient. So I was looking up other locations to go. So I was reminded that down here at where is it? So Buffalo Pile has a spawn that gives more. And then at I believe it was Hellstrom Ranch. Where are we? I had it somewhere here before. Here it is. That has a spawn of its own. We're going to go back there in a minute, but I wanted to come here because we came back to Fort all dead, and that triggered something I actually didn't want to trigger. I thought about recording this in the background just in case something like this happened. I didn't. I wish I had, because what happened was a dialogue came up, took a screenshot, so at least I can read it to you now, but it appears that Alice's idea worked. There's not a single skeleton left alive in the entire fort. You gain 100 XP. I didn't know skeletons eat. I didn't know they crap, but I guess you learn something new every day. And that's 2 things, so we're way ahead of the game. Heck yeah. So we did poison them way back when, and then never went to check on it. We just sort of assumed it was fine. So I wanted to come back in here because there's some odds and ends that I don't want to touch without... I'm afraid to touch anything in case something else happens that I want to have on recording and isn't recorded. So, okay. Knapsack. All that's left in there now is a diary. Seems to have been written by one of the Necromancer's cultists. He and several others were reanimating the dead soldiers here on the theory that the best undead army would be a literal undead army. I think maybe we read all this already. Abandoning their station and reporting back to the Necromancer, the entry adds abruptly in the middle of the sentence. Yeah, I think we read that already. Can I do anything in here? Oh, here we go. Okay, so I think this is the infinite farm that was suggested. I don't think we touched this before. This mass grave is absolutely teeming with the skeletal riflemen. They don't seem to be interested in getting out, but you could definitely jump in if you were itching for a fight. There's one wandering in the end of the pit nearest you. Alright. That was easy. I assume this is going to ramp up. Oh, actually, this will be great for Alice because we need her to get more XP, and she only gets them from skeletons and undead, so this is great. Alright. Can we do this quickly without turning it into something that's actually difficult? Actually, I mean, we could be doing this more efficiently if she was bone sawing them, but that's a whole process. I gotta click more buttons for that. This is only netting me 60 XP though, so it's less than Hellstrom Ranch. That said, I think I should probably still do a bunch of this to help Doc farm up. I wish I knew how much she actually needed to experience. It helps that everybody whiffs when shooting at me, which is what was happening with the snakes too. I wish I knew why. I assume it's my Moxie stat, which functionally adds to my dodge. I mean, they whiff so consistently that I almost don't have to worry about it. It's still a little worrying going up against that many people, but... And if they choose to shoot somebody else, then I'm in real trouble. But I don't really understand the internal logic of the AI anyway. I'm not sure it does either. Alice has become stronger. Alright, we're on a roll. Let's do this for a few minutes. Just to, like, see how far it goes and how fast it takes her to level up again. They really don't hit me very hard when they do hit me, so I'm not too worried. I don't know why Buffalo Bill is so inconsistent with his damage. When I was fighting the snakes, he would sometimes kill them outright, and sometimes he'd do like 10 damage to them. And I don't really know why. And it's not because of stat differences, as far as I could tell. The fights were very consistent. To the point of, like, the tougher one of the snakes always being in the same place. Really odd. So we're getting more XP now. Okay, so here we are. Here we're at the, like, the heavy fight times. Okay, I can see why this was recommended as a fight location. We are going to go back to Hellstrom Ranch because there's something else I want to check out there that I noticed when I went down there, and I don't remember if it wasn't there before, or if I ignored it deliberately and we forgot to ever go back. Which, frankly, either could be true. You know, it's very hard to click on this thing, which is probably the main reason why I never found it before. Because I think we came all the way out to this end of the... this end of the fort. Because I'm quite sure I read that diary before under some context. Unless well, no, it wouldn't have made sense. I was thinking maybe it was there was an identical journal somewhere else. I guess it could have been really, really similar. Still, it would be weird if they copied all but a little part of it. They clearly have no problem with being verbose and writing more. This game loves to hear itself talk, for better or for worse. Usually for better. Could I be being more efficient with this? Probably, but this is like... Like, I could do it in less rounds, but, you know, I've been on the do it with as little brain power as possible for the last couple of hours, so... I'm actually not sure that was any faster. Alright, what have I been getting? I've been getting a bunch of bullets out of this. Poisons. Fire. Surprised I never got that patrol cap before. Okay. Um... Wait, hold on. No, okay, that doesn't take... Yeah, so you can use items to cheese this. Oh, I didn't mean to keep using it. Whoops. Forget that it doesn't revert to the other thing. Oh well. Used a few of those. Farming this will make more level up. I also haven't been paying attention to how much Doc has been leveling up, so that's on me. I think she's only supposed to have, like, 8 levels or something like that. I really just wish there was an auto battle button. Like, I can't even hold... Like, I can do this with spacebar instead, but even if holding spacebar doesn't work, I have to, like, keep tapping it. Okay, that is a good chunk of XP though. Like, I've already gotten like 2,000-ish off of being here, which is faster than it was going before, obviously at 40 per combat. The combats were faster, but not that much faster. I wish I'd been paying more attention to whether she was leveling up or not. I mean, I wish it would also tell me if she was done. Or really anything about her level up process. Like, the game doesn't do anything to tell you anything what your companions are doing. I forgot that I can jump. Like, I basically play this game, or I have been playing this game for ages, just on the mouse. And you technically can play a lot of it on keyboard. It's just hasn't been how I've been doing it. Technically, how many... This does give more XP, okay, because the snake fights were 4 snakes for 40 XP. This is 9 skeletons for 180. So you're getting double the XP per thing you have to fight, and it takes about 2 turns to kill a skeleton, so it is about double the efficiency. I mean, the fact that you don't have to keep clicking on engaging on new fights every single time. That was the biggest headache when I was farming that over and over, is there wasn't, like, I kept having to walk like that back to the back to the combat zone each time, and that could take a lot out of it. Very inefficient. I don't think the game really expects you to do that. Well, I don't know. I don't know whether to think this is the intended behavior for you, because, like, there are a bunch of these zones that are infinitely spawning, and it's not like they made them by accident. But also, is that what they wanted you to do? In a lot of cases, you know, the infinite fights, infinite grinds would be considered an exploit. But there's enough of them. I don't know. Is that just saying we'll allow you to do it, or is it actually encouraging it? That's the question from a game design perspective. Are we saying you're gonna want the XP, we know you're gonna try and exploit this any way you can, we might as well just hand it to you? Or is it a deliberate, no, this was the intended path all along? Or is the whole thing an elaborate meta joke? Not elaborate, but, you know, obvious meta joke, I suppose. I know that the intention of this game is not to have, like, really elaborate builds, but I can't get over the fact that, like, my weapon options are so limited. I would love to have a scattergun. I would love to have anything that had AoE that isn't a consumable. And I don't know. I don't think any of the classes do. Because the other ones are, what, melee focused, and there's like a... Actually, I don't know. Because I think technically this is considered to be like the magic class. Anyway, let's... I don't think there's anything else in here. Yeah, that's where we poisoned everything. It's been so long since we've been to a lot of this area that... Anyway. Sure, I'm glad we put a stop to that tomfoolery. Tomfoolery? I'm saving up the cuss words for when we actually find that necromancer. Aha. Alright, let's take a pause and then we'll take a little detour to Hellstrom Ranch. I have something to show you.